All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We've got a bunch of sources here today, sent in by you, all focusing on the top AI news from today, June 8th, 2025. Think of it as your quick way to get informed on where AI stands right now. It moves so fast.
It really does. And these sources, they touch on quite a bit. Big tech strategies, some surprising places AI is finding data, and yeah, even the impact on society we're seeing. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's jump right in then.
Yeah.
First up, Apple and WWDC. The feeling I get from these sources is, can Apple really keep up? Their usual pace feels slow for AI, and Apple Intelligence maybe hasn't blown people away yet.
Yeah, that's the core tension, isn't it? The sources highlight this significant pressure on Apple to show some real AI leadership now. They announced Apple Intelligence, sure, but there have apparently been delays. And the features, maybe not so different from Google or Samsung. So analysts like Dan Ives are optimistic, because Apple has that ecosystem.
Right, the ecosystem advantage.
Exactly. But the proof, well, it's going to be about how deep the AI integration goes this year, especially with Siri. That seems key.
And these sources mention it might need newer hardware like the iPhone 15 Pro. So AI could push upgrades. Is that part of the plan, maybe? Catching up via hardware.
It definitely seems like part of the equation. Having AI run smoothly across your iPhone, your watch, your AirPods, that's something Apple can do uniquely, right? Better than, say, an Alexa stuck at home.
Makes sense. So enhancing Siri is crucial there.
Absolutely.
Okay, moving on. This next bit is fascinating. Gaming data as a new battleground for AI. Why games?
Well, it's about the sheer detail and scale. Game logs capture decision-making, like second by second, how people react under pressure, risk tolerance, strategy, all within clear rules.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that.
And you've got billions of players generating this constantly, so it's this massive pool for training AI agents. The sources mentioned using it for real-world stuff, logistics, finance, maybe even traffic control.
Wow. But the sources also bring up worries, right? Developers concerned about how player data gets used.
Yeah, that's a big point. Responsible data use. There is this growing concern. Some developers even see generative AI as kind of harmful because of data scraping. So building trust is key if you want to actually use this valuable data. Things like clear permissions, maybe even tech like zero-knowledge proofs, and definitely easy opt-outs. They're becoming essential.
Okay, gotcha. Transparency is crucial.
Definitely.
All right, let's shift gears. From future data to something hitting hard right now. Jobs. These sources seem pretty blunt. AI is coming for jobs, maybe faster than we thought.
That's the stark message, yeah. They point to actual layoffs happening. Big companies, Microsoft, IBM, Meta restructuring specifically because of AI. It feels less theoretical now.
And it's not just manufacturing or something. These sources mention white-collar jobs, HR, legal, software engineers, roles we might have thought were safer.
Exactly. The argument is AI tools are getting good enough to handle tasks like screening resumes, summarizing legal documents, writing basic code, things people did. And some experts quoted predict AGI, artificial general intelligence, maybe within, the next few years, 2027 to 2029.
Yeah.
That could just accelerate everything.
Wow.
Though, regulated fields like healthcare, they have more barriers, at least for now.
Still, that stat, about 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs potentially gone in 1 to 5 years. That's really something, really puts it in perspective.
It does. It suggests AI's impact on these cognitive, higher-paid roles is happening fast.
Okay, so speaking of things AI is changing, creative fields. The next source looks at AI writing, journalism, literature. The author sounds, pretty skeptical about AI's creative chops.
Yeah, what's interesting is the focus on the human part. Like, can AI have a heart, not just a brain? The source argues human experience is vital for real emotional depth, for an authentic voice. They give examples, like sports reporting, where an AI summary might get facts wrong or just miss the feeling of the game,
Right, the nuance.
Exactly. The nuance that a human writer brings.
So even if AI gets better at mimicking styles, the source is saying there's still this desire for stuff written by actual people. That human experience adds unique value.
That seems to be the core argument. It taps into that whole debate. Is AI a tool, or is it replacing genuine human artistry?
Interesting. Okay, finally, let's turn inward a bit. These last sources talk about how AI might be affecting us, our own thinking, this idea of cognitive offloading. What's that about?
Right, cognitive offloading. It's basically when we let external tools do the mental heavy lifting, like using a calculator or GPS or now AI like Copilot for coding. And while it makes things efficient, sure, the worry highlighted here is that relying on it too much might erode our own basic skills.
Like that engineer struggling with coding basics when the AI was down. Or
Yeah.
students doing worse on tests if they used AI summaries instead of their own memory.
Precisely those examples. The studies mentioned suggest efficiency might go up, but critical thinking, memory retention, maybe those go down. It's like past anxieties about writing or calculators, but maybe more intense now because AI is so capable. They even mentioned brain scans showing a less activity in certain areas when using AI for writing.
So the takeaway is balance. Use AI to help, not just replace thinking.
That's what these sources seem to emphasize. Using AI as a tool to enhance our abilities, not let our own skills atrophy. So putting it all together, what we've seen from these sources today is AI hitting on all fronts, right? Big tech strategy, new data frontiers, the job market, creative writing, even how our brains work. It's rapid change, complex challenges.
Yeah, it's definitely not just one single thing. AI is this force that's reshaping, well, almost everything. Industries, daily life, and
Oh.
even us. Which leaves us with a final thought, maybe for you listening. Considering all this, are we using AI in ways that genuinely make us smarter, more capable? Or are we just subtly offloading tasks, potentially dimming our own human intelligence and creativity in the long run? Something to think about as AI dives deeper into our world.